Have you ever tried to force something to happen? I mean, really pushing, struggling, and wrestling with the situation, trying to bend it to your will. It's exhausting, isn't it? What if I told you that the key to getting what you want isn't about fighting harder, but about surrendering? I know, it sounds completely backward, but stick with me for a moment. This idea could change everything for you. There's a powerful statement that says, I can of mine own self do nothing. This isn't about being weak or helpless. It's about recognizing a fundamental truth of how our reality works. It's an admission of what we might call personal impotence. Now, don't let that word scare you. It simply means that we, through sheer force of will alone, cannot create something out of thin air. Think about it. Creation is already finished. Everything you could ever desire or experience already exists as a possibility. You can't force a new possibility into being, just like you can't invent a new color. Let's use a simple example, magnetism. Can you make magnetism? No, you can't. Magnetism is a law of nature. It just is. If you want to build a magnet, what do? You don't fight against the principles of physics. You learn the law of magnetism and you align with it. You conform to it. You surrender your own misguided efforts and yield to the law. Only by doing this can you display the power of magnetism. You work with the law, not against it. In the very same way, there is a law governing our consciousness. Let's call it the law of assumption. This law is just as real and unchangeable as the law of magnetism. You didn't create it, and you can't change it. It operates whether you're aware of it or not. In this respect, in our ability to change the law, we are impotent. We can't rewrite the rules of the game. So, what can we do? We can learn the rules and play the game masterfully. We can yield, conform, and surrender to this law. Here's how it works. The law of assumption states that what you assume to be true with feeling becomes your reality. Your entire life, every experience you've ever had, consciously or unconsciously, is the result of your assumptions. When you wanted a job and you just knew you were going to get it, you were using this law. When you worried something would go wrong and it did, you were also using this law. The law itself is neutral. It just delivers the results of your dominant assumptions. Seeing this, the value of consciously using this power becomes incredibly obvious, right? Instead of letting our assumptions run wild, creating chaos and stress, we can take the reins. We can consciously and deliberately choose our assumptions. So, how do we surrender to this law just like we would with magnetism? It's about willingly identifying with what you most desire, not hoping for it, not wishing for it, but mentally becoming the person who already has it. This is the act of surrender. You let go of your current reality, your doubts, your fears, and your struggle. You stop trying to make it happen in the outer world. Instead, you turn inward. You ask yourself, what would the feeling be like if my wish were already fulfilled? And then you surrender to that feeling. You let it saturate your mind. You yield to it completely, letting it consume you until it feels more real than your current circumstances. You become a willing victim to the feeling of your wish fulfilled. This isn't just wishful thinking, it's a focused psychological act. You are aligning your inner state with a pre-existing possibility in the finished creation. By doing this, you allow that state to find expression through you, to manifest in your world. You don't force it. You allow it. You don't create the path. You allow the path to reveal itself by already being at your destination in your imagination. So, the next time you find yourself struggling and trying to force an outcome, stop. Take a breath. Remind yourself of your personal impotence to force the external world. Then remember your ultimate power, the power to choose your assumption and surrender to the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Willingly identify with your desire. Feel it as a present fact. Yield to that new state of being. And from that place of surrender, you'll rise not as a victim of circumstance, but as a master of your reality, a true prophet of the law of assumption. Thanks for watching today. If this idea resonated with you, give this video a like and consider subscribing for more insights into the power of your own wonderful human imagination. See you in the next one.